What's up, everybody? We had a great trade Wednesday right before Thanksgiving. So if you want to see the rest of this video, I'm gonna put that clip of the back end, and then I wanted to go ahead and explain it, kind of understand why we took that trade before 9:30, all that good stuff, and everything like that. So that was a pre-New York trade. So that's between 7 and 9, or I guess 7 and 9:30. So this is what we was looking at when we got to the charts. As you can see, we was dropping down at 7. Wasn't able to get into that price. I did see this sell, but it happened literally at 6.55, and wasn't able to get into that position, which was a good sell up going for this liquidity. And then on the high time frame was bullish. So I wanted to see what we did at this level right here. And as you can see, this is that first significant low. We took out a trade, people out of the trade, and then we forcefully come back into the range. In my opinion, when we do something like that, I'm not looking for this to go lower. I'm looking for actually to go higher, and we're targeting this. This was just a low to sweep as inducement, as liquidity. Go back and watch my video. I literally talked about how you can time false lows, false highs. This is literally it. I talk about how this is a false breakout, and we just literally put in the first low, took those people out of trade, then we'll come back into the range, and this is literally accumulation on the higher time frame, or you want to see it as AMD, all the good stuff I talked about in the video, even better. So on the higher time frame, this is why I was bullish. So when we saw this reaction, this is like a 1 hour fair value gap, 15-minute fair value gap if you zoom out. So all these people come take out a trade, want to see the reaction. Do we continue to bring lower fair value gaps? We don't. We come back into the range, back above midnight, come back into the target, this liquidity here, here, and here. So in essence, when I go to the 1 minute, that's why I'm bullish. So I just wanted to kind of, before I talk about the 1 minute, why I took the trade, all that good stuff, I think it's important to see why I was even bullish. So after we seen it was bullish, didn't see ideally a way to get into the trade. Maybe using this breaker right here, getting in the trade, but of course I didn't in this case. Was just waiting for some manipulation. Moving forward, maybe I'll take this position after we form this liquidity and form this liquidity again. Didn't see ideal situation or ideal trade because I couldn't spot manipulation in my opinion. And we had 8:30 news on this day, so we did have 8:30 news. So at this point, at 8:20, I was just kind of like waiting for 8:30 to do what it's gonna do. 8:30 doesn't. 8:30 drops us down just a little bit right here, taking these people out of the trade. Come back above here, and this is when I was really looking for some trades. Right, this is when I was absolutely looking for some trades. This just didn't sell me like I wanted to, like on this fair value gap. I didn't. When we come into this fair value gap, I wanted us to kind of like get out of here at this fair value gap. And if we did at like a wick right here, I would have been more hesitant or more likely to get in. But I wanted to see the reaction when we got into this fair value gap. So didn't like that reaction, and then we haven't broken this candle above here. So I was kind of being patient. We dropped back below here. And you can see that's why I got this liquidity marked out, liquidity being marked out. So we took people out of the trade right here. This fair value gap opens up on the 1 minute. You can see that we literally making this for a 1 minute fair value gap, and then look at the reaction that I was looking for when we come back to this this fair value gap. Look how we wicked off that very nicely. Now when we did that, that's when I actually went in for a buy right here, and it was literally targeting the same highs, same exact highs. But this time I put my stop loss right below that candle. So right there on the 1 minute, I literally wanted that to be my swing low, and I had literally got in right there off this candle right there and put my stop loss right literally like this. So the trade looked like this. So the trade was in profit at this point. When we came back above these highs, I put that break even. So I put that break even above those highs, and I wanted us to continue to go up to these highs, continue to go up. At that point when we took these highs out, you can see that we dropped back down lower, took me out for break even. And it was okay, right? Because I still think the draw liquidity is going up, higher time frame. I think that's a draw. So wait for another bullish opportunity, and we saw one right here, and that's what you can see in the trade. Come back down, sweep this liquidity. So if I was to move this to here, that was liquidity. Took those people out of the trade, held this low right here. So this should be, quote unquote, should be, if we are going to the other high, it should be my market maker sell a buy model, right? Come back up into this order block right here. When we came back to the order block, again, I'm just kind of doing the same thing. I don't usually, I want to work on that, but I usually just want to wait to see the reaction. And once I saw that wick, and then this bullish candle right there, literally getting in right there. Yeah, it was nothing else to say to me. In my opinion, it was getting in right there. So the stop was like that, and I put my stop literally below here. but below that wick right there. And I'm trying to have these tight stop losses on purpose because I want to work on a different model. And the idea is basically the time the market make a buy model, sell model within fair value gaps or something like that. Break a block, sell models, whatever the case may be is. And the idea is basically to well, technically I had again like right here. Technically I wanted to see a reaction out of here, because if we are going to go higher, then this should be my swing low, right? We might be able to wick down here below here and it's okay. I'll just try to get back in the trade. But the idea is basically is if this is the fair value gap is going to hold, then this needs to start becoming my swing low, right? If this is my swing low, then in this case, this should be targeted here, right? This should be targeted here. This should be targeted here. So really what helped me with the trade, let's say the trade look like. Really what helped me with the trade is when I took this is the fact that after we came back above here, made this fair value gap, I was still willing to hold it if we came back lower, so I still didn't move my stop. But after we took out this swing high right here, that's when I put that break even. When we took out this swing high, I was like, okay, either two things going to happen. Either this is going, we take this high out and it will go even lower, right? And initiating the sell side of the curve, because we put in the high, take that high out. Please watch that video that I talk about market structure, because you will see that this is why this could well be the thing that takes us lower, or this is going to be a market structure break and continues to go higher, which we literally did. That's why I put that break even right there. And notice how my break even was in just enough safe spot, because I had below 830. So if you don't know 830, this is 830 right here, true open. Had below the opening below here, and then I had it below this P rate, which is his main threshold. Right, main threshold is order block. If I do this, that is main threshold, the order block right there, because that's 50% of the order block. So somewhere below, some ticks below there. So I knew that I was literally safe from that standpoint. In that case, we came back lower between here, then I think the trade's no good, and then it's okay for me to be out of trade. So once the trade went back up, came back down, took those people out of the trade, put it break even, came back lower. Didn't stop us out, went back up higher, and this is again right when we come back below this here. So order block, ideally you want this to hit the hold, right? This is literally trade 930. This is literally 930's open, and that's why again at this point I was like, okay, I'll zoom out. This is the highest high right there, right? I was aiming for. This is 930. So my brain, and again you got to remember how this can't open up. It opened up lower. So my brain, I'm like, okay, let me just put that break even. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. If we just literally match those highs at 930, we just match them. So you can see the trade go down lower, 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 and then again it's 930. So I got to literally tell myself I got to be okay with this volatility, and we started springing back up, and then literally taking profit on that 930 candle, or going back up. I think this one was going back up. So that's literally it. There's nothing else. There's no more of that trade. That's literally a breakdown of it. And that's it, just trading I guess at 850, well, I guess a 920, 910, 920 macro. But mostly looking at the objective, has it been met? When we went down 830, or right here, I saw that we still have not met that liquidity on the higher time frame. We also had some equal highs on ES, so that definitely drove the idea of me going up higher as well. And yeah, so thought it was a good trade overall. And like I said, if you want to see the video breakdown or the trade just playing out, I'll put like the last 1 minute on there and just let it ride right there, so you can see stop loss of placement or how is a break even, all that good stuff. But overall, good trade. I want to continue to try a trade like this. I'm having the small stop losses, but I'm going to continue to work on that and perfect it. And if you need some help, you got some questions, want to ask some things, join Discord. Always feel free to ask questions and help you get better at understanding price, so you're able to do this as well. But I'll definitely have some courses and stuff like that along the way, gearing up for that. But definitely jump to Discord. You want more information about that, and for sure, see you on the next one.